even though we switched to Detroit, I mean, it's not going to make the lead go away. And they're trying to make it seem like, okay, we gave you people what you wanted, so now you can shut up. But, you know, that's just not going to happen. I just want to be like, oh, you want me to shut up? Have you met me? Here, I'm just going to get louder now. I'll take a lesson from the whole Shawshank Redemption. So I'm just going to keep pushing a little harder and harder. This was my husband's and my first protest back in January. And that these two posters have taken a beating through the weather. So, yeah, that was our first time ever protesting together. I made that sign because I have no artistic ability whatsoever. We pay the most for poison water. Yeah, you know, he's the artist. He does these awesome signs here. I do this crap. My face breaking out in rashes. This is in January before we even knew what in the world was going on. I'm like, why? I washed my face and then I took a shower and I broke out in a rash all the way up my arm. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, there's my hair loss again. We have like just a normal house, like spider plant, right? Like aloe plant. And my son brought it home like 10 years ago and it got too big. So we have two identical potters like this here. It's actually from Vegas. And so we split the plant in two, I don't know, probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cute to do an experiment and use tap water for one to water it and bottled water the other? This one we gave bottled water and it just did fine. This one, this is what happened with the tap water one. For the first time in a decade, it did this weird pod thing. And there was this clear, gooey crap coming out of it. But it wasn't drippy wet like water. It was solid. So we had no idea what... I've been told it was probably the bacteria in the water. But yeah, that started growing out of the plant that was getting tap water. I'm like, that's disgusting. So, yeah. Two identical plants, same age, same type of pot. That's it. You know, the same exact pot. One got tap water and one got... bottled water, and that's the gross difference. You can poke it. You could poke it with a toothpick, and it would be hard. It was like gel. So yeah, it wasn't even like water. I'm like, what is that stuff dripping out of it? And I'm like, ew. So people get grossed out at my house. I mean, that apparently is a thing now. You know, ew, look at your water, gross. I'm like, I know. Look at my plants. You know, that's horrifying. Yeah, here's some of the earlier door hangers that we had passed out. We did like 2,500 of these. And then I think we ran, didn't we run like 1,000 more, Adam? Yeah, so 3,500 of these. And so just telling people, and this was in March, telling them that lead and other pollutants have been found in the water. And so how Dane Walling is sitting here saying, we didn't know, and the state's like, we didn't know. Wrong, you knew. We made I mean, that's what I do. I do PR and promotion, so we're loud about everything we do. So... yeah. So, you know, we talked about, you know, if it has a bad, funny, or, you know, color, taste, or smell, because Bob Bocock says if you can taste your water, smell your water, or see your water, it's not safe. There's something making it wrong. You're not supposed to, you know, have your eyes burn just because you flush the toilet. So, yeah. And that would be a thing. If my kids would like flush a toilet for school and leave the whole lid down closed, and you open it up, and after you've gotten home all day, it would make your eyes burn. The whole bathroom would just fill up with this like chemical smell. I'm like, oh my God, how you know, how is this okay? Yeah, it's not.
So you have to leave your toilet open?
Well, if you leave your toilet open and your window open, then you're okay. But if it wasn't open and you lifted the lid of the toilet, you would just choke, because it'd be that sudden just blast of just awful chemical in your face. So that's why I'm like, just leave the bathroom door open, leave the window open. Oh my God. So yeah, so it was the weird things that we had to do to protect ourselves. That's like, you know, that's messed up. You know, nobody has to think about that. Nobody does that. Yeah, this is one of Leanne Walters' first lead tests. Oh, that looks like crap. Let's see if this zoom in better. Yeah, where it was 104 parts per billion. So, you know, yeah, and this was 2015. So every single time they try saying that they don't know, they didn't know, it's a lie. They're actually saying that if a child ingests lead that's the size of a grain of salt, they'll get lead poisoning because it's that bad. And I'm like, that's wonderful. We climbed up on the statue of Bobby Krim, who's like this big god in the city of Flint. They have the Krim, the actual race going through Flint named after him. So we climbed up and put one of our shirts on him, on his statue. Yay. So this is right in front of City Hall, right before we give our press conference.
We're at City Hall.
Oh, and here's the bottled water coming in.
Your timing is perfect, sir. Thank you.
And people are just taking pictures. So yeah, I thought, you know, while he's sitting here screaming, and after we delivered him those 26,000 signatures, he said, no, the water's safe. We're not going back to Detroit. And this was August 31st of this year. So I thought that was, oh, there's our actual press conference. And there's us waiting for the mayor to serve him the petition. So. Ah, boo.
Mr. Mayor, how are you, sir?
Boo.
On behalf of the citizens of Flint, again, across the country, we have 26,000 residents that's asking you to take the citizens of Flint to some safe and clean water. It's only fair that the citizens of Flint have water that do not have contamination in it. We've had the water tested by you. We've had the water tested by an outside source. The outside source tells us that there's a high level of lead in the water. Mr. Mayor, it would only be fair but you take the citizens back to some fresh, clean water. Thank you, and we hope that you do the right thing by the citizens of Flint.
And he didn't. Oh, and that's Gladys. And this is me. That's a city administrator. I'm like, welcome to your new job. It sucks. Which he didn't. Yeah, he did not further communicate with us, except to immediately go in front of his little press conference and say that he would look over the signatures, but we were not going back to Detroit.